I did it my way.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to make some spaghetti muffins. My name is Chef Rob, and you're going to learn everything that goes into this dish. It's a hearty dish. It's almost like lasagna in a muffin tin, but made with spaghetti. I'm going to show you some different ways that you can change it, different things you can add to this to change it up, spice it up a little bit, and we're going to get started right now. So everybody, you can see I have this pot on, have the lid on. I have plenty of water in there. You always want to have enough water in there to boil your pasta. Put a little salt in there. The salt gives it a lot of flavor. Even if you're making a bolognese sauce, any type of meat sauce, a pesto, that does have a lot of salt in it, but it can be a little boring if the pasta doesn't have that salt in coating the noodles. So make sure you have that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making 4 jumbo muffins or 6 medium-sized muffins with this recipe. I'm going to put in about 1/4 pound of pasta. If you boil a little extra, it's okay, because what will happen is you have a little on the side, or you can make more muffins. Okay. So I'm just going to put this in here, this pasta. This is spaghetti. I'm just going to stir this around. I wanted it to go into boiling water. And now what I'm going to actually do, best way I find to cook spaghetti is put the lid back on it, turn it off totally, and then you're going to let it sit for 10 to 12 minutes. And when we come back, spaghetti is going to be all cooked. Okay, so our pasta is all finished. Probably have about 2 cups here, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I actually like to pack it in, okay? Make sure you get all that water off. So take it, kind of mix it around the strainer a little bit, okay? All right. So, you're going to take this pasta, put it in here. Make sure you have at least the 2 cups. If you go like to 2 1/4, 2 1/2 at the most, you'll be just fine. Okay. Okay. So, looks good. Going to place it in the bowl. And now we're ready to start making spaghetti muffins. Okay, so for the next step, what we're going to do, I'm melting down 3 tablespoons of butter using the unsalted butter. Have 1 egg right here. While the butter is melting down, let me just crack this egg, put it in here. This will help it bind all together really, really well. I'm going to add some freshly grated mozzarella cheese. I'm using about 4 ounces, so 1/4 pound. So if you buy one of these blocks in the supermarket, just cut it into equal 4 parts and you'll know how much to use. The cheese and the egg, Parmesan cheese, will all make it help stick together. I'm going to use some freshly ground Parmesan cheese, adding about 1/4 cup. This will give it such great flavor. Always grate your own cheese. Parmesan cheese is an Italian hard cheese made of cow's milk. When you're done with this, make sure you wrap it in aluminum foil or a good plastic wrap. Always buy the smallest chunk that you can find in the store, because you can always go buy more. So just about 1/4 cup. I'm just going to add just a little bit more to make it that. Oh. Okay, the butter has a minute. I'm going to add some of the ricotta cheese. You want 1/4 cup of this. This also very thick. Buy a good quality ricotta cheese. The one I'm using is called Supremo Italiano. Every region around the country has all different brands, so make sure it's a really good quality one. Some of them, if you buy a store brand, a little on the waterier side, you don't want to use those. Pay for it, buy the right one. Usually around the holidays you'll find the ricotta to be on sale. Okay, so what I want to do is finish that up. I'm going to start mashing this all together. Now, you want to break the spaghetti. You want it to bind all together. In a minute, I'm going to add some of the tomato sauce. You can add homemade tomato sauce, your favorite jarred tomato sauce. anyone would be fine. I do recommend that you don't add too much to this, because what will happen is it won't form a muffin. It'll kind of fall apart on you. So if you really like your sauce, I would say when you're done baking these, put some extra sauce on the side of the plate that you can always dip the muffin into. Okay, the butter is all ready. I am just going to turn that off. Add that right in there. Mash it all up together. And now I am going to add about 1/2 of a cup of the tomato sauce. Almost gives it a nice little pink coloring to it. Almost looks like a vodka sauce on top of this spaghetti right here. Just getting back to the ricotta cheese, one thing you can do with it, you can freeze it, but just know that it will come out on the grainier side every time you do freeze it. Try to freeze it in a Ziploc bag, get all that air out. Really, really important. Okay. So before we finish the spaghetti muffins, what I did, I put it on the oven for 350, preheat that. And now I'm using a jumbo muffin tin, so I'm going to get 4 really nice muffins out of this. Okay, or you can use 6 medium size, so they will all come out very good. I'm going to mash this up really good. I'm going to put in some fresh basil as well. Pack this in here really good. Go on to the next step. Okay, so I'm just going to chop this fresh basil. We're spring, we're coming into summer soon, so it's going to be absolutely beautiful and great tasting. Okay. Put that all in here, mash it up really good, blend in all those flavors, and now you're going to drop a little bit into each muffin tin. I like to put a little bit in each one until I run out. You want to make sure it's very packed, that way it will really come out the shape of a muffin. These will be very big. I like to serve this alongside a nice salad, a little crusty bread. One of the things you can do, I like to change this up a little bit. I love sun-dried tomatoes, so I'll put sun-dried tomatoes in here from time to time. I'll put a little dab of pesto on top. Sometimes I'll take little meatballs and just sink them right inside, or serve them right on the side. Okay, so you can kind of see it's overflowing a little bit. That is fine. Now what I do is I press it down just a little bit. And now it's time to put our tomato sauce on. It's going to be delicious. That's the way it's looking right now. Now I have the reserved tomato sauce from before. Always save a little extra. Remember, not too much. If you like your sauce, just leave some on the side that you can dip it into. Looking good, right? And then a little bit of mozzarella on top. It's going to make for a nice dinner tonight. For kids, one of these is very satisfying. Grown adults, maybe 2 of them, okay, with a salad. Bake this 350, being jumbo muffins. You probably give it about 25 minutes. If you're going to bake it right now, it would take the 25, maybe a little bit less, just because some of the ingredients are warm. But if it's cold, you put it in the refrigerator and you want to bake it later for dinner, you may need a little more time. So let's put this in the oven. We'll come back and we'll see what it looks like. So the spaghetti muffins are done. 25 minutes exactly it took. Cheese is all melted. The pasta really nice and hot all the way through it. You can always take a knife, stick it through, feel the knife, make sure it's cooked all the way through. You want to make sure, again, you don't want to put too much sauce in there. Sauce, too much, it'll fall apart on you. So if you like more sauce, just put it on the side. I'm going to show you how I decorated the plate with a spaghetti muffin right now. and it's going to have some sun-dried tomatoes on it. It's going to have little meatballs. Let me show you. Beautifully decorated. Find this in a nice fancy restaurant. Actually, let me hold this up so you can see how high the jumbo muffins really are. Okay, just like that. What I would do when I used to work in a restaurant, I would drizzle some sauce around the side of it, put little meatballs around it. There's that pepperoni I was saying. A little parsley or basil leaf made it look beautiful. Serve it with a salad. You'll enjoy your dinner. Bye-bye till next time.